Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be running this quiet cat. We're going to be running this Rambo through its pace in search of the ultimate hunting e-bike. Will this bike be able to do it? Will it be able to pull a heavy game cart loaded down with all the saddle hunting gear, climbing stick, and everything? Let's get to the video. Watched yesterday's video about right in here where that big buck ran across, and I taught you a secret in yesterday's video. If you've got a Rambo bike, you want to learn how to put it in stealth mode, watch that video, because it is not in the owner's manual. And it doesn't matter if you have a Rambo or not, I'm sure it'll work exactly the same on the other bike. I'm going to show you how it can be done just for the trailer, because this is going to be tough to straddle. Let you know, give you a better idea how you're going to have to ride if you're pulling a trailer and it's muddy, because that little dip down to the right holds a lot of water for a long time after we get some rain. This doesn't tip that cart over. And it did not. We're in good shape. That'd be about the only one I was worried about it tilting over. I'll tell you what we've got loaded in the pack. Our backpack with all of our saddle hunting gear. We have our backpack with all of our saddle, because they're two different packs. A regular hunting pack, this is going to be tricky right here, guys, because we are pulling a trailer, and that's kind of a weird incline off camber. We've got the pack with all of our saddle hunting gear in it, and it's a pack that's got the knee pads, the saddle, the ropes, and all that goes along with it. Now, our regular hunting pack, it's loaded down with our normal stuff. We're going to have a water bottle in there. We're going to have the platform in there, and then our miscellaneous gear that we would use throughout a hunt, and that's a 511 pack that we've been using for years and years. And then on the front of this, we've got our big camera, which actually weighs a little bit more with this camera bag than the bow would weigh. And then on back, we've got the backpack with all the drone. It's basically an EDC, and then we've got our drone and whatever else that we may want to use to video or photograph wildlife. See how the bike does. We know that the brakes are going to end up being phenomenal, because it does have the 203 up front, 180 in the rear with the quad pistons, and this thing did a U-turn pulling that heavy loaded trailer. And I would speculate, guys, that we've got about probably 70 pounds of gear on that trailer back there. We've made a short video on the actual trailer, and I think it's going to be a great little hunting trailer. It's got the big 20 by 4 inch tires. It's a sweet little trailer. This bike has essentially 5 pedal assist levels. We're in Tour, which is the second one, but there's some big bucks out here. The bucks are starting to move. You guys comment down below if you've been scouting off your e-bike. And we're also in the third gear on this 11 by 42 11 speed. It gives you good enough speed and power and torque that we can pull this trailer with ease. I can feel that it's back there, and I can also say this from riding that other bike. That other bike we have is a dual suspension, and you can really feel it kind of pulling on the front and rear suspension when you load this trailer down. This is a lot more solid ride with it being a solid frame, and then also with it being a hardtail, that welded on rack. There's not any wiggle in this bike like I was getting out of that other bike that we've done a review on. It's just a much more solid platform. Now I've got the tires there down. We're down to about 15 pounds of pressure. This is going to be tricky here. Let's try to shoot the gap. Now again, we're going to be riding through mud. This is going to be over 6 inches deep through here. We do have a suspension seat post coming in. It should be here, I think, later today. Now this is another little tricky spot, especially pulling a trailer, because that's a pretty big hole right there. We missed it. Metal fenders. If you heard that tink just then, that is one thing we're going to be making an adjustment to. There's more to being stealthy than just walking quiet. I like leaving my vehicle at camp because nobody ever knows if I'm there or not. To me, that's stealthy. This gives you a whole nother option. Yeah, we're going to fix that right there. Picked up another rock. There's the start of our big hill. On the way up, we're going to be demonstrating the power of this bike. And then on the way down, I'm going to show you how well these brakes work. We're right at 8 miles an hour. We're in Tour mode. We slowed down to 7, 8. This is the steepest part of this incline. Still maintaining good traction. Trailer's pulling. You can feel it kind of shifting a little bit, because this is off camber as well. still 7.7 mile an hour, almost 8. And we've made it stress free. This bike is a beast for pulling. All right, so let's get going down this hill. Your number one thing that you do not want to do is start it going too fast, especially on a gravel road like this, and then if it's been raining, it's going to be even slicker. You do have the 203 millimeter quad piston brakes on this bike. More what we're going to call a slow rate, especially if you're loaded down with a gear or you've got a bunch of weight, big heavy climbing tree stands, stuff like that. Right now, even at 4 mile an hour, we're traveling faster than you would be if you was on foot. Still saving time, but I can promise you this. You see those 18-wheelers on the side of the road all the time where they're jackknifed in the snow or ice or whatever. Same problem here. Kind of want to keep your weight shifted back. Going to try to push forward on your handlebars, give you more traction on your front end, and then we're just riding the brakes nice and feathering them out. Now, we're at the end of the hill. Nice and safe. We're already up to 7 miles an hour. That little bit of a push from the hill got us up to speed. We're in eco mode. We can go ahead and put her back up into tour mode and carry on. Get our way back to camp. Guys, I'm here to tell you, I'm not trying to sell you a bike. What we are trying to do is find the ultimate hunting bike. I'm even going to take it a step further and say that we're looking for the ultimate hunting, fishing, camping, photo, video bike that anybody who loves the outdoors, hunter or not, can purchase with confidence and know that it's going to have the power to do what you need it to do. I can tell you this much. Again, this is coming from a non-sponsored rider, that this bike is checking off almost all the check mark. I wanted to do this hill test today and take you guys along with us so that you'd have a better understanding if this is a bike that you want. So in closing, I'll say this. I really enjoy how well this bike's put together. I enjoy that it's got that solid rear rack welded on. So just like the other video, I'm not going to recommend this bike to you. I'm going to let you guys decide whether or not it might work for you. I'm demonstrating what it can do in our search for the ultimate hunting, camping, fishing, video, and photography e-bike. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers right now, and with your help, we can actually make that, hopefully by Christmas. That'd be a wonderful Christmas gift. With your help, we can make it. If you guys found any of this interesting, maybe some of the tips or some of the things that we talked about, keep you safer out in the woods this fall, consider hitting that like button. It truly helps our little channel out. With you guys sharing our videos, we can make that 10,000 goal. I hope you all have a blessed week, and let's get outside and make something happen.